What if I told you it takes about 5 minutes to learn the 3-point light setup? That will change your photography game. We're gonna make your picture a pop. All that Instagram, TikTok pictures are gonna be amazing. Without any further ado, let's jump on in. For this lighting setup, I'm using 2 flashes and 1 RGB light. Lately, I like to use an RGB light for my background because it changes any scene in a nice punchy colorful background to work with any subject. I have this RGB Cinepeer from ZHIYUN light, which is very easy to set up because it has batteries, and if I don't have anywhere to plug it in, I can just set it wherever I want it. It has a stand mount. I put it right now just to create a colorful background, to have a nice color contrast with my subject. It looks a little bit more cinematic, like everybody likes to use this word, and it's very loose. I don't have to fuss around with it. When you use a flash being a small source, you have a hot spot, the fall off to the sides. With this bar light, because it's pretty big and wide, it illuminates a little bit more even the background, and it works really good with the portraiture, and it doesn't take too much time to set it up. To enhance the mood, I'm using a fill light, and for this shoot I have the Godox V100 with a shoot-through umbrella. I'm having this flash at very low setting, 256 power. I will put it on camera axis just to open up the shadows. And using a shoot-through umbrella, I have a nice wide spread. Of course, I don't have to be very precise with these lights either, because it just opens up the shadow on the front and it spreads evenly. If you use a strip light to the side to have an edge light, you have to spend a little bit more time to adjust it. But because I want to do it fast, I'm using a fill light on camera axis, and it helps lifting up the shadows on the face of my subject. And of course, I have the main light. For the main light, I'm using my favorite strobe is the AD100. It is on 32 power with this 16 by 16 softbox. I have a grid on it because I want to constrain the light going to my subject, and I like small softboxes like this because they're a little bit more sourcey, more punchy. They render a little bit like a hard light, and they increase the color saturation, and it's very easy to adjust the direction of the light because I just want a little bit of contrast, a little bit the highlight side of the face to be a little bit more intense, to create a nice variation from highlights to shadow on the face of my subject. So to put all these lights together to work, we have Renis with us today. He's an amazing artist, a very talented guy, and we're going to take some pictures for his social media. I have the main light, like always, above his head and above his eye level. I'm pointing the light in front of him. I want to feather the light as much as possible, but I have the grid and I have to pay attention how much I move it to the side. I'm shooting wide open. I'm using a Voigtlander 40mm 1.2 lens with a Canon R5, and I'm shooting wide open because I want to blur the background to have just a nice pop of color. The Godox AD200 has a little bit of warm color, which works really good on this situation because we have some color contrast. I'm focusing on his eye. This is a manual lens, and I have to manually adjust everything. He looks really good. I like how the color pop. I like the graduation from highlights to shadow on his face. I like the nice blurry background. I think this is a very nice and contrasted picture. The fill light works really good because I have definition, a nice definition on the shadows. It's very important in a situation like this to use a gray card to have a reference point, and I will have Renis holding it. I will take a picture because this way I can color balance all the time on my shots. To understand what every light does, I will turn them all off. I want to start with the background light. I'll take a picture. I will add the fill light and the main light, so you can see what the difference each light does for this shot and how you can build it to create the mood. So in this picture, I turn both the fill and the main light off. I just have the background. I will take a shot, and this is how it looks. I'm controlling the background light with the shutter speed. If I want a little bit more saturated and darker, I just increase the shutter speed, because this is a video light, a constant light, and is affected by the shutter speed and the aperture. I will turn on the fill light. You can see it's just, I'm start opening up a little bit the shadows on his face, so you can see it's very subtle, but it creates the mood. The last light, my main light, I'll turn it on. And now you have all three lights working together. You can see this light is just carving out a little bit on the side of the face to create that nice graduation. This lighting setup, it works great because it's pretty loose. You know, you just have to focus only on the main light to adjust it if you reposition your subject. But the background and the fill stay the same. You don't have to fuss with it. There are different lighting setup using three lights, but this one is very fast and very easy to learn. Please comment below if you guys use setups like this, or you would like to learn more about multiple lighting setups. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.